Hey, thanks for sticking with us. We've now wrapped up the first round of the playoffs, and some teams were knocked out that few expected to be, but we still have a lot of teams in, so let's get you updated on all the matchups this coming weekend. In Class 4A Division I, the Levelland Lobos will meet up with the Stephenville Yellow Jackets on Friday in Sweetwater, and then in Division 3A Division I, off their impressive 42-41 win over Brownfield last night, Littlefield will take on Wall on Friday night. That game is set to be played in Snyder. Two more in 3A Division I, Muleshoe and Breckenridge will hook up on Friday. That game is going to be played in Big Spring, while the Shallow Water Mustangs will play on Thursday against Bowie in Snyder. Staying with 3A, but let's go to Division II, the undefeated Idalou Wildcats. They'll also play on Thursday. They have a date with Colorado City in Andrews. And speaking of undefeated, of course, the Post Antelopes will take on 10-1 Henrietta on Friday in Clyde. That one should be a really good matchup. In Class 2A Division II, the Crosbyton Chiefs will take on Farwell. Details for this matchup have not been announced yet. Also, Corey Kyle leads the Seagraves Eagles into a matchup with Wheeler on Friday in River Road. So let's finish up with some six-man football. Meadow will look to make happy, well, unhappy, as those two teams meet up on Friday in Rawls. And finally, the Southland Eagles will head to Jayton for a neutral site matchup with LaFours on Thursday. And of course, at every high school football game, there are fans cheering for their favorite teams and parents cheering on their kids. For one Cooper High junior wide receiver, his dad is unlike most parents in the stands.
I can go and just talk to him about anything that I'm going through out here.
That's because Curtis Shiverini's father is not just any dad.
Work your technique. Workers that's going to come in big time in the game right here.
He's Texas Tech assistant football coach Darren Shiverini.
I really try to separate them. You know, I have obviously work here at Texas Tech and have a job to do, but when I go home, I want to be dad to him. I don't want to be coach to him. I want to be dad. And so when I go to his games, I support him as a dad.
While Coach might just want to be dad to Curtis, he does enjoy when his son wants to blur that line.
He asks me all the time, Dad, what do I do on this release? What do I do on this stem? So, yeah, I try not to be overbearing with the coaching part of it, but it's really to see how passionate he is. And I told him, I said, someday I can tell if you want to coach, you can be pretty good at it. But in the meantime, just enjoy the process and enjoy the experience.
For Curtis, he feels pressure to follow his dad's football success, but it doesn't come from his dad.
I put that pressure onto myself because I want to succeed as badly as he wanted to. That's what me and my dad have in common. We have an uncanniness to want to win, and we'll do anything in our power to make that possible. So if that means that I have to put more pressure on myself, then I'll do that.
I tell him all the time, you don't got to live up to what I did as a college athlete or my background of playing pro football. I said, you got to be yourself. And it's been fun to watch him because he's a leader out there, and as a dad, I'm really proud of him.
So would Curtis consider playing for his dad?
I'd consider it tremendously because he's a great teacher. He's very straight up with how he gives his advice, and I like coaches like that.
Since he's a junior, Curtis does have some time before he has to make that decision. As for this week, he and the Pirates head to El Paso on Friday for a second-round playoff matchup with El Paso Eastlake. Onto the college level, yesterday the Texas Tech Red Raiders had their final game at the Jones this season, and they hosted Kansas State. The Red Raiders had lost 3 straight entering the game and were also seeking their 6th win of the season, which would make them bowl eligible. While on the back of DeAndre Washington's 248 rushing yards and 3 touchdowns, they were able to get it done. For the team, this win is more than just any win.
I've never been to a bowl game, so it was a big thing for me. Last year, it was a terrible feeling having to go home Christmas break. So just to get to the bowl game, I mean, we're not done yet. We want to go to Texas and get that win. We're going to be practicing hard, but just to get to the bowl game was a big step.
We got our juice back. We always had it. We just had to, show people that we still have it, and we're going to build on that and eventually, be an even better program.